everyone, welcome back. Today I'm reviewing the new cigar from Gurkha. This is the Blendmaster's Cask. And here's how it arrives in this glass tubo. Now, this is the Toro 6x52. What we'll do is just simply remove this bottom. It pulls right out, wiggle it out. There's usually a piece of felt in there. And here is the cigar. This is what you wind up with. 6x52. Averages around $12 or $60 for a 5-pack. It's an Ecuadorian wrapper, a Nicaraguan and Dominican binder, and filler. Nicaraguan and Dominican binder and filler. All right. This cigar first came out in 2016. It was an offshoot of the Gurkha Malt collection. Apparently it was not around last year, but they are bringing it back this year. So there is the density. Has an average feel in the hand, but it is as far as presentation goes, it's great. I mean, there's how it was packaged. Really pretty cool. I don't know how good the cigar is, but we're going to find out. So let's get right to it. The reintroduced new Gurkha Blendmaster's Cask Toro. All righty. I figured out what I was confused about. I was going by some notes, and the binder is Nicaraguan, the filler is Dominican. So it's an Ecuadorian wrapper. All right. There we go. Well, that's a good draw. Well, the first flavors I'm getting are a nice cedar, a little brown sugar, a little white chocolate, dry oak, black pepper at about 6.5, and a nice light coffee base. That's sort of what you have, which is not a bad start. The finish at this early stage is dry oak and some cream. Sounds odd saying it, but that's what it is. And a nice amount of lingering black pepper. So it's a good start. Let's see where we go from here. Let's roll it around here. Well, there we go. That's about 2 inches in. As you can see, it's burning very nicely. Now, the flavors are just like I described before. The cigar is quite flavorful and quite sweet. It basically has very little power. I would call the cigar mild to medium. But I really like the white chocolate, brown sugar notes. Now, I will say this. The dry oak notes are much less detectable now, which was good. There's quite a bit of that. There's a sharp cedar, sort of on the dry side, brown sugar and a lot of white chocolate, a little coffee. Pepper still very good, average, above average, just right at or above average. Pretty good cigar. It just at this point, you don't feel anything as far as the hero. So, that's sort of, you don't have to have a lot of hero, but it doesn't have a lot of depth. The coffee is quite light. So you have all these nice uh, top end and middle flavors and not a lot of depth. Still, pretty good, pretty good start or first third. I'm rating it an 87. First third, 87. Let's see what the midpoint brings. Well, I'm right, actually, just past the midpoint. That's just shy of 3 inches remaining. And it's still very sweet. Still basically mild to medium. The cedar is still very good. The brown sugar and the white chocolate are really the stars of the cigar. The pepper is still average. The light coffee is even lighter. So the cigar is basically is quite powerless, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it has a big depth problem. There's really no coffee at the base. What you're getting is you taste the pepper and some of the brown sugar, and it really falls short with the base. For that reason, I'm actually dropping the score to 86. The sweet flavors are really good. That's one aspect of the cigar you want. You want to have nice front end flavors, but it lacks depth and any significant power. Front end flavors are very good though, the sweet flavors. So that's where we are at the midpoint. Let's see how we show at the end. Well, we're down to the end, so let's wrap it up. Just about dead on an hour of this cigar, which I suppose is on the shorter end of a Toro. It did not have a dense feel, so I think that's about right. Didn't have as much white chocolate here at the end. The pepper remained very good, actually went up on the finish. The front end flavors are still very sweet, the cedar and the brown sugar. I missed the white chocolate notes. They were good when they were there. The pepper remained very good on the front end. Maybe it touched medium bodied barely. I'm just going to stick with mild to medium. It's a nice sweet cigar. Very good sweet flavors. The lack of depth was a big negative, and the lack of any significant power was, a negative too. Finish was pretty much unchanged. I've still got some cream there. Not that dry wood flavor though. A little brown sugar and cream. But this is a good cigar. It's something that a someone who doesn't like powerful cigars would really like. The experienced smokers out there, cigar smokers, cigar lovers, would not, because it just doesn't have that depth and that power. The final third, actually, with losing the white chocolate notes, I'm rating it at 84. I do believe there is a place for this cigar, possibly in the rotation. Might make a very good morning cigar before you want any power, but it's going to be quite limited for the seasoned cigar smoker. Loved the sweet flavors, hated the lack of power and the lack of depth. Overall score 85, which in the old scoring system was a 90, so it is something I could smoke again. I'm not saying I wouldn't at all, but it would be a limited time frame as far as when I would have this cigar. Probably first thing in the morning, as sweet as it is. So there you have it, the Gurkha renewal of the Blendmaster's Cask Toro 85.